sitter vi här med OSKs hårdföreback Oskar Svensson. Hur ser du på säsongen så här långt?
Jag tycker att efter allt ska vi väl ändå vara nöjda, tycker jag.
Eddy pratar mycket om att ni har lite otur med målfabrikationen.
Ja, precis. Speciellt i början och mitten av det här halvåret så har det väl inte varit på vår sida riktigt. Men jag tycker att vi har ju tränat på väldigt bra. Så det har kommit lite med oss nu på slutet också. Så att det så kallade packback är med oss lite mer nu på slutet.
För ni skapar ju väldigt mycket, fast ni träffar inte mål i säkert.
Det är ju sånt som sitter i träning.
Ja.
Du tränar som man spelar, så att men jag tycker det blir bättre på slutet, absolut.
Hur ser du på din egen säsong? 5 mål och 2 assist så långt?
Jag har ett personligt mål som jag har inom mig.
Ja. Det ska vi inte berätta.
Nej, det vill jag inte göra. Det är inte uppnått än, men det är bättre än vad jag trodde det skulle vara så här långt. Så att, jag är ganska nöjd ändå.
Bra. Han har snurrat lite. Du har spelat med olika partners.
Ja, med både Colette och Jona och nu senast Patrik då.
Ja.
Så att det funkar bra med allihopa, tycker jag, men speciellt Patrik då.
Ja.
Vi kompletterar varandra bra. Så att...
Blir det skillnad i ditt spel när du har olika partners?
Ja, så är det väl. Det var väl lite mer defensivt med importerna bredvid sig.
Då fick du ta lite mer djupare.
Men det var helt rätt också, i och med att de hade offensiva kvaliteter som skulle utnyttjas. Men nu när jag var pata så line rusher och så liknande kan vi ta varannan då. Så att vi kompletterar varandra bättre helt enkelt.
Senaste matchen mot Nord.
Ja.
Gick bra och det blev vinst.
Absolut. Det var en välbehövlig vinst inför juluppehållet.
Ja, precis. Då väntar på 13-dagsafton Grums igen.
Ja.
Extremt revanschsugen skulle jag tro efter
när
ni tog dem borta.
Måste man säga. Första matchen hemma var väl inte min afton heller.
Nej.
Med 2 skitgrejer där. Men det var bara så där bort. När vi åkte upp till dem så det var också en jättebra match för oss egentligen. Vi spelade bra första matchen också mot dem, men
det var väl en otrolig match. Ligga under med 3-0 i Grums.
Ja, herregud.
Och vänner. Det var
en kämpaseger.
Ja.
Sen hade vi även lite omgångsfolk på läktaren, så det hjälpte till på traven där.
Vi behöver lite stöd.
Precis.
Och uppmanar vi omgångsborna att komma på Grumsmatchen även hemma.
Ja, det är enkronasmatch också, tror jag. Så det är fritt inträde dessutom.
Okej.
Så det kanske lockar.
Kanske blir lapp på luckan.
Ja, precis.
Sikta på det. Ja, men bra Oskar. Och jag ska gå jul och så ser vi fram emot matchen.
Tack detsamma.
Tack. Hej och välkomna till Åmål Sportklubbs hockeymagasin Bullseye Show. Då har vi tränare Ken Eddy här igen och vi ska ha en summering av säsongen. Men vi börjar med Nordmatchen. Congratulations to the victory.
Tack så mycket, Fredrik.
Can you tell me about the game? 7-4.
Well, we continued what we did against Viking. We continued with a hard forecheck. We were up in the play, and the game was close. After the second period, it was 4-4. But what our team is starting to do now is there's no panic in them. We get up by 2 or we get down by 2 or something. It's just business.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's just business as usual. And then we came out and absolutely dominated the third period.
You took the lead in the game.
Yeah, to start out with. And then the second period we had some penalties. Our box play wasn't exactly the greatest. We gave up 2 power play goals, and that hurt us a little bit. We only had 1 power play. We didn't score on it, but we still scored 7 goals. And all 5-on-5 even strength. And that's a good thing. That's something we've needed for a long time. The goaltending was strong again. I think our goaltending we're going to have to trade off nights. We're not going to be able to put one of our young goaltenders in back-to-back. We've tried it before where, like Becker had a really strong match against Goons, and then we tried to play him the next night, and it's the next match, and it's just a little too much for him. So we're just going to go every other, and we're going to continue what we talked about in the beginning of the season of using both of them to take over the goal.
Down.
Yeah, but the Nor match was really good, and those were 2 matches that we really needed, and we stressed to the team that Nor match was really important. It was important for a couple of reasons. It was important that we have a good feeling going into the break, so that the guys are hungry to come back. and it was important to stay in the race. And
Only 4 points up.
absolute 4 points to
Hammarö and Arvika.
yeah, and that's the 4th position. So we've got a great opportunity. You know, the next 3 matches are really close, which can be good and bad. It's probably going to be good for us because we're playing well. So we play well against Grooms, and then that carries over the next match and the next match, and then after 1 week we'll see where we stand with the points. But we got 9 important points, and it all starts with Grooms
Next year.
on Monday. Yeah,
Monday, 5th of January.
absolutely. And
Okay.
we've got some work that has to be taken care of. We need to get a little better in our defensive zone. Our power play is starting to go up, but our penalty kill is going down. If you take the box play percentage and the power play percentage and you put them together, if you have something above 100%, then your special teams are doing well. We're above 100%, but our box play is around 77 and 78%, and we need to elevate that a little bit. But on the other,
But are you satisfied with the season so far?
so far, I'm obviously I'd like to be higher in the table,
Yes, I understand that.
but we've been getting better and better as the season has gone on. You know, we've talked about some of the points that we've thrown away, and yet we're still in this race, and we can still make the playoffs, and that's a realistic goal. We have 3 more matches before the next round starts, so we're not even done with the 3rd round yet, and we still have a chance to climb above the line. And I think the guys are getting some confidence. And
So the season so far, it's quite good.
yeah, the season, you know, we're on an upward trend. We're not going up and down so much. We're getting better and better, and this is the process you go through with trying to build something. You know, last year it wasn't so good. This year it's better. Hopefully the next year, you know, we're looking at the big picture, and we just need to get better each year. But that goes with summer training, that goes with practice on the ice, that goes with the matches. You have to get better each day. That's the thing we've been trying to drive home to the players. And so far it's been pretty good.
Is it some of the players you think is better?
Well, there's a lot of players that are in different roles. You can take a look at Hedlund. Hedlund's a really good example in recent time, because in Grooms, you know, he was on the 3rd unit. He didn't play all the time. He wasn't on the power play, and he wasn't in box play.
But you give him lots of
Now
ice time.
yeah, and he's in the top 2 units. He's on the power play. He's in box play, so you can see him adjusting, and he's a player that's going to continue to get better. And
he grow.
Yeah, and he's more skilled than I think a lot of his former coaches gave him credit for.
Okay.
They just used him as kind of a grinder and a defensive player, but he's actually really skilled. So he's one example in recent time. You know, Mike Morin and Jeff Collette, they weren't in the top units back in college. You know, they played with guys that were drafted in the NHL.
Okay.
So they've been making adjustments, and they're still adjusting, and it's getting better. Oscar Svensson's another kid. You know, last year he hardly played at all. He was playing juniors. And now he's in a predominant role. He runs one of the power plays sometimes. He's always in box play, regular shift. And you see him getting better and better, and the maturity coming out, and he's still pretty young. Jasper Torstensson, another kid. But Jasper Torstenson's probably one of our smartest players.
Okay.
He just gets it.
And the youngest.
And the youngest. And he's one that I point out in video all the time for doing things right. And other players, even the older players, can learn from him doing things the right way.
Okay.
He's still young, and his body physically he isn't developed yet, and you can see that sometimes in the matches. But he's usually in the right spot all the time. And that's something that all the players need to take into account. Yuri Raila, he's had a goal scoring drought, but he played in the Norwegian First Division last year, and I think the coaches there just let him do whatever, and now he's adjusting to our philosophy and what we're trying to accomplish, and you know, he's putting points on the board, not like he did last year, but even with all our imports, I'm not so concerned about how many points they get, as long as they're helping the team win.
Yes.
And helping the team get better. And that's the most important thing. And that's what all the guys are. I think all the guys are starting to come together. We're not quite there yet, but it's looking pretty good. But I don't like to celebrate before it's over.
Before it's over.
Absolutely.
We're looking forward to 2015.
Yeah. How about that? Time flies, eh?
Time flies.
Yeah.
And Merry Christmas.
Yeah, good jul. Ja.
Thank you.
Vi vill tacka alla OA-skåre för stödet under 2014 och därmed bringa en hälsning. God jul och gott nytt år!
Titta här, gott jul!
Ja, god jul!